you didn't think that you had the right to refuse that search. Not giving them the right to refuse the search is saying, okay, so you're gonna be searched today, right? If I say that to you, does that sound like you have the right to refuse that search, Dark? If I just tell
Does
you
it
you're gonna be
sound
searched,
like it? No.
and I believe that would be a violation of your rights.
I don't know. We can agree to disagree on that. Listen, if you don't think it's a valid search, then that's what it is.
I 100% think that if a suspect says that you searched them and they felt compelled and that they had no choice but to be searched, and you said, yeah, I searched them, I never told them that they had the right to refuse the search or asked them if they could be searched, all I did was say, sir, you're going to be searched today, I think the DOJ sides on the side of the suspect.
I agree with you, but then there's like the argument of the Miranda rights exist for a reason, right? To inform people of their rights, but that is legislated out. So here's the legislation for search and seizure, and it doesn't state anywhere that you have to inform the person that there's a refusal, right? The Miranda rights inform you have the right to remain silent, but there's nothing that exists for searches of this manner. So is it really on the burden of law enforcement?
Do I think it's on the burden of law enforcement to let citizens know that they are not being compelled to be searched when they are being searched? I think that if they have a right to refuse a search, they should know that. I don't think that we should just be searching people and they should assume that we don't, that there's
it's murky water, man. I think what?
I think that this has been settled most places.
It might have been most places, but not here. This is the world we live in, Gunner, and things need to be written down. Otherwise, people lose their minds.
Actually, that's not true anymore. There's now, if we go ahead and look at the Criminal Code of San Andreas legal terminologies and definitions, there is now spirit of the law. The spirit of the law is the underlying purpose, intent, or principle of a law is meant to serve. Even if its literal wording does not expressly address the specific circumstances in question, this interpretation considers the broader objectives of the legislation, including fairness, justice, and public interest. When applying this standard, interpretations or decisions that rely on the spirit of the law may allow for exceptions, flexibility, or contextual interpretations in order to achieve the law's intended effect. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. This sounds like this pretty much clears up this argument we've had. I believe the spirit of the law is that the individual knows that they have a right to refuse that search.
Which is cool. It's all been defined.
I think it's pretty clear that the spirit of that law is that people know that they have a right to refuse a search when a law enforcement officer is searching them.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, this is Brian Knight. He really shouldn't have been rehired in the first place after he sent an EMS into an active war with a bomb on her chest. I don't know whether you know that, but
no. I've heard about Veronica Mars and the bomb. Was that the situation?
Yeah,
I've heard about that.
And then Brian Knight was about to be fired, and he quit mid-panel. We had a high command panel. We were gonna fire him, and then he quit before we could do it because he's a coward. Anyway, that's old news. Okay, so all right, so there's nothing we can do with the gun anyway. You've given them the names of the EMS.
Yep. This is all done. This is all done.
All right, what else we got? What a bad news, Sam.
I mean, that's the worst news.
That's pretty bad. You said you spoke to Peters already, though, right?
Yeah, but I'm the only one around, Dark. I did a 16-hour shift the other day because it had back-to-back shit going on. And guess what happens when I'm going to bed? I see a 311. I need to speak to a marshal urgently.
Oh,
okay, that's
no.
a 311 I see after a 16-hour shift. I wake up and I start getting shade from Helen in the PD that as soon as she responded, I went to bed. I went, God forbid I, don't work every shift round the clock. God forbid.
What was it? Was it something important?
You know what? I tried to get Flores to take it up because he's not doing much, and he tried to push it back on me again. And I firmly within my heart believe either Emilio Flores needs to start getting on investigations, or he should probably be removed. Because every time I try and give him an investigation, he does not do anything with it. And the one he did have with, he let fall past statute.
Which one was that?
It was the Tang Wu impeachment.
Oh, the Tang Wu, yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
And, I tried to give him multiple cases, and he has not followed up on a single one. So.
Okay. So what was the Helen thing again? Sorry.
For what again? For
you
what?
You said Helen wanted to speak to you about something, right?
I don't think. Did she? I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, okay. So wait. So you didn't actually hear it out because you went to bed. Then. Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah. No,
okay.
no. I was there. Oh yeah. Helen wanted to speak to us. I was there. She walked up to me and Flores, and that's when I tried to get Flores to deal with the situation. And he kept ducking and dodging and trying to get me to deal with it. And I'm like, I have a fucking case board. I have a case board a mile high, and he's doing absolutely nothing, trying to push this on me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think we're in a very unfortunate limbo position right now where I think, I don't know. Like we said, we haven't heard anything about the director, have we? I mean, I know you mentioned something last time, but
I think that we should operate as if that's not happening.
Yeah, but that's the issue, right? Is like if we keep operating as if nothing is going to happen, then
it's been months.
I know. This is I was just thinking about this earlier. I was like the people that we have for the most part, like the people are what make the marshals right now. Other than that, the only thing that we have that we couldn't do in a police department, like, county police department, is like the tanks and the sniper rifle. Like those are the only things.
I'm sure they're gonna get that soon.
That's what I mean. Like those are the only things that differ us from or make us different in any way, shape, or form to a county police department.
I mean, there are a few legislative differences.
A few
the
things.
fact that we can, like do state of emergency, that we could deputize people. That's a little bit different, but yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. So like, I'm very much like, what do we do in this situation to make the most of it? Or I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what's best for everybody here. You and Peters and Flores and this kind of it.
I'll tell you what, I think that at the end of the day, I think that those two, they don't wake up very much. I'm gonna be honest. They're not around, very much at all. We need more marshals for different shifts, but I'm very hesitant to say that because I want marshals who fit the vibe,
Mm-hmm.
I think the vibes are what matter the most.
I agree 100%, man. I think that there's a big issue with me for hiring right now is like, I can't in good conscience hire someone to this department not knowing where the department is going to be in a month. You know what I mean? Like someone, the governor could come in tomorrow and say, Brian Knight, you are the director of the marshals. Do whatever you want with it, and Brian Knight turns it into the troopers. Do you know what I mean?
But we can't sit in limbo forever there, Dark, though, What are we gonna do? Just keep waiting and waiting and waiting until, the city blows up?
It's not about it though. It's like, regardless of, what our opinion is, it needs state backing. Every police department, everything has state backing. We've got nothing.
I understand 100%, right? But at the end of the day, I truly believe people are gonna just dwindle away, and this department's just gonna die.
Yeah, I agree too. That's my conundrum right now. Is that I don't know what to do about it, because like I said, I don't think I could go out and hire somebody with good conscience, knowing the position we're in right now. But we got no funding. Yes, we get paid good, but that's personal pay. Like all this shit you've been doing, the faceless, the VV stuff, everything. What is? Why could you not do that in the BCSO, for example? There's nothing. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing that sets us apart at the minute.
I mean, there is one big thing, and it is the thing I appreciate the most, which is we are free of the PD politics, which I think is the biggest plus of being
I agree.
in this department.
Yeah, I do agree with you. Completely. It is a ball like dealing with that shit, but we'd be like just a hypothetical. If you were to join the BCSO or the LSP, you would be free of. You would then gain PD politics, but you would also lose the anonymity of the marshal.
Oh no, I much prefer the anonymity of the marshals. I much prefer the way things are set up right now. I would much rather be an outsider rather than deal with the PD politics. I'd much prefer it that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I take that. I take that choice 10 times out of 10 times.
Yeah. Did you get those subpoenas from that judge? You get those?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did get them.
Anything good there?
I think there was a little bit, but nothing. This is such old stale news at this point, Dark, that I don't remember if there was good stuff. If there wasn't much because I had the supplier. I remember I already have the supplier's number, and most of the things were in that phone number already because most of the contact was from those numbers to the supplier. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
So I already had like, so there wasn't much if there was anything.
Have you touched base with Brian Parker about the Wyatt stuff?
Yes. So, oh my lord, I'm so glad I did because this man was walking around with this chip in his tablet this whole time.
What?
And the day that we got that chip, I was shot down, and I felt people going through my pockets. You know, while I was down, like I just felt people, and then I felt like they were like ripping my tablet off me. You know, and then I felt like when I woke up, I looked at my pockets and my tablet was still there. So, I was very alarmed when he said that to me.
So he had it the whole time since that day?
Yes, in his tablet. Yeah,
I thought he put it away. Yeah.
No, as far as I know, he had it in his tablet. Or maybe it was an evidence stalker, but as far as I know, if I'm not misunderstood, he had it on him. Okay. But anyway, it is now safely stored here in the bench that I installed in the back there.
Okay. And no dash on that?
No, we're gonna have an update here soon. Because I don't want to M. Night Shyamalan you this time and skip all the way to the end.
Okay.
So, switching gears to faceless stuff. I don't even know where the fuck to begin. Do I begin with the courthouse bombing? I guess I begin with the courthouse bombing.
I've heard about this. I went into it a bit.
Silas Moreno blew up the courthouse.
Yeah.
We got a video of it. Obviously, we know it was him. Video actually did help us a little bit. Not too much, but it did help us prove. It helped us prove that the individual who placed the two things next to the bomb was also the individual who planted the bomb.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
So that proves that the DNA that was on those two items was also the same DNA that would have been on that bomb, aka Silas Moreno. So we get that. I got that by a ping from my friend Blake Cole. Okay.
Okay.
Apparently he has been chomping at the bit trying to get a hold of you, Dark.
Me?
Yeah, Mr. Cole has been trying to get a hold of you something fierce.
I had my phone on silent, and that'd explain a lot.
Yeah, so I guess I got, very anonymous ping to a very secretive location. And then, I went out there, had Opal come out. Long story short, because there's a very long story. There's a book in 27602. I don't know if you've seen any of this in the Marshall Inquiry Task Force stuff.
Yes. Yeah, I read all of those reports, yeah.
Well, I put an update in there, I believe, 16 hours ago. I don't know if you've seen the
Oh
update.
no. What report is it?
27602. So, after meeting with this Blake Cole individual, he made us aware of a shipment that's going to be happening on July 8th at 4 p.m. EST that has 3,000 rifle body shipment. Okay.
Jesus. Okay.
He has supplied us with dock worker badges and 10 fake IDs. As you can see right now, the task force operatives, we have 4 people. We could add you in there if you are able to make Tuesday, July 4th.
What time?
Or Tuesday, July 8th at 4 p.m. EST.
4 p.m. EST. There is a potential for me, yeah.
So we've got everything you need then. We've got you. You could choose fake identity in there. I'm thinking either Victor Lawson or Sam Bridges for myself. You know, Rakesh Kumar would be good for the Chief. Oh, yeah, Chief's coming as well.
Damn, all right.
The extraction team is going to be people. If anything goes south, there's going to be a select few people. Only one of them will be in the know. I believe that will be Maxwell. Of not fully in the know, but just have some idea of what's going on. You know. They are going to be a team to come in and try and get us out if anything goes south. There's going to be a small team of select individuals who will come in and try and extract us if anything goes wrong. If they fail, the rest of the PD will respond after all shooting stops and the scene is clear. Then they will roll in. And they will try and, clean up the scene.
What's the logic on that?
So we don't want everybody in the PD responding, right, to this situation. We're hoping that nothing goes wrong, nothing goes south, right? If things do go south, we do have full faith in the extraction team. We're probably going to have 8 individuals on this team. We do believe if they can't do it, it's probably not worth sending the whole PD in.
All right, fair enough.
It's probably just going to be a bloodbath. So.
All right, this is good. This is good info. What kind of have the Oracle informed us there's any resistance we're going to see yet?
So in the book it says, I guess one of my family members is on this ship. You'll need to blend in, gain the trust of the workers, and make your way to the foreman, Ryan Kane. He holds the key to the schedule, but securing it will not be easy. Expect resistance, expect suspicion. So expect resistance sounds like, there could be... this could possibly go south. That's why we've set up some contingencies. We are planning on going in without any PD equipment on us. We might have some PD vehicles set up nearby that are, maybe like some Premiers that are painted a color that doesn't look very PD-like with slick tops, just so we've got a lockbox nearby with some of our PD gear in it in case if they go south, if we can get off the ship,
I mean, what about personal firearms? What do you think about that?
We can do that, but so there was another situation down at the docks, Dante River. So I woke up one day, I pull up with my phone, I see a bunch of Jet Sam dock workers on Lemon Nest. Obviously, we know that's very, very suspicious. So I get my ass to work. I grab some cameras from the news. I start heading on down to the docks. I get down there. I set up a camera. As I'm setting up this camera, I'm apparently fucking oblivious to the dozen or so people on the boat right next to me.
Oh my god!
I climb up the ladder. None of them see me climbing up the ladder. I get up there. I put the camera. I come down. As I'm coming down, I see them spot my car. They start walking over to it. 2 of them, one with a clipboard in hand, the other with a Class 2.
Oh my god! Okay.
Yeah, they look at my car. They turn around. They start walking back. I run down to my car, and I just sprint away.
Hell
and then
yeah,
I just drive away. I just drive, and I get back to the office. And I just start snapping pictures like a 27373. I just start snapping pictures of whatever happens here. So 3 individuals pull up in the car in photo number 3, that box truck. They bring 2 boxes onto the ship. They talk to an individual out front. Some other car pulls up, talks to them. They leave. The 3 individuals get on the boat. They go to the back corner of the ship, as you can see in photo number 16 in there. At photo number 17, all hell breaks loose. Gunfight erupts. There's a whole out war on this boat. Multiple DOAs on scene. Dante Rivers is found on scene. Down, no gun, GSR positive. He's the only survivor besides one other individual who is snuck out by a doctor who I guess wasn't a doctor, who was at the hospital. So we take Dante Rivers, we question him. By the way, what's very interesting too, if you look at the very last 2 pictures in there, yeah, I went back there and I seen that, but I seen that after I questioned Dante Rivers.
Oh, so it's Cyprus.
Something to do with, yeah, Dante Rivers is Cyprus as well, so something to do with Blarneys. So
Okay, press pause. I need the bathroom.
10-4.
It might have been me, chat. I might be leaning too close to the mic. Alright, I'm back in a sec.
Coming back, Rat Dog.
Bam,
Okay, there you go. Yeah, okay. Just make sure you didn't go for milk again, you know?
I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
Right, where were we? There's some shit going on the docks with Cyprus and who?
Dante Rivers found GSR positive on scene, no gun on him. We bring him into interrogation. He lies about a bunch of stuff, says he showed up by himself. Obviously, I've got pictures of him showing up with 2 other people. He says that there were pirates who showed up. Obviously, there were no pirates. I watched the whole fucking thing on the camera. There were no pirates. The gunfight was between the people on the ship. We believe Dante Rivers murdered these people in cold blood. But
all the dead people?
Yeah, we believe that he murdered all of them in the coldest blood possible. But he had no gun on him.
Oh, shit.
He had no gun, which was very peculiar. There was one person, there was one loose end in this. As we were cleaning up the scene, I rolled in, typical PD, was impossible to get back up. I literally had a bomb threat, couldn't get back up for it recently, but that's neither here nor there. Couldn't get back up. Eventually Jeb and Peach respond. God bless their souls. God bless their tiny little hearts. But they respond. As we're helping clean up the scene, we start getting shot at by some dock worker from in between the containers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we end up killing him as dead as possible. You know, brain splattered
You
everywhere,
killed a dog
completely
worker,
dead.
man.
No, he was shooting at us and EMS too. He shot at EMS. So yes, yes, I
Jesus,
did kill
okay.
him. Yeah, I killed him as dead as he could possibly be. Yes, I did.
Damn straight, 6 feet under.
Actually, I didn't kill him. Jib did, but I'll say I killed him.
Okay.
So that is our loose end. How could Dante Rivers possibly be GSR positive without this gun on him? Well, I believe, based on the fact that when I went back there to do some more investigation for this Jet Sam stuff, I found a gun in between the containers over there, and it came back to that shooting. So I believe that for whatever reason, that guy either took the gun off him and like ditched his. Maybe he swapped guns with Dante and threw
Any
Dante's gun over
DNA?
there. No, because it had been however long, you know, it was not like where we found
Okay.
him,
Yeah,
and it was
yeah.
tucked in between the containers, so it was pretty far away from the initial scene. I ran the gun, it came back to that scene, there was no DNA on it. So suffice to say, this situation seems pretty much, you know, very analogous to what seems to be happening on July 8th.
Right, exactly, yeah.
And I have went ahead and put a shitload of cameras all over the docks
I
for
saw,
this
yeah, it's
operation.
nice.
And none of them are on what we believe the boats are private property, and the dock, I believe, is public property. So none of them are on the boats.
You know, part of me wants to just be the guy in the van and be on all the cameras and give you guys bombs, but you're not going to have radios on you, are you?
No, we will not have radios on us. One of my plans was to have some of the extraction team as dock workers, but like on the three opposite corners of the dock. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of maybe up on some scaffold thing. Just, you know, they're doing work. They could have an ID on them. They could have a dock worker ID and everything. So that way they seem completely legit and they can give call outs. You know, maybe
That's a
they
good
keep a
shout,
radio
yeah.
on them. Yeah.
It's like you got this locked down, man. I like it.
Yeah, you know, I'm trying to make sure this goes good. But all of this leading back to that chip we have. I'll talk to Blake Cole about that chip because we have had absolutely no progress
the chip.
on that
I thought
chip.
you said chip.
No, the encrypted chip, yeah.
Yeah,
So
I don't know, man. I don't know whether, like, for all we know, there's a fucking Google generated password that has been given to each of them, you know what I mean?
exactly, yeah. So we have no way of knowing how to get into this. I have racked my brain about it. I added a photo of what it looks like into the Faceless Fact Finding 23009. That is the very last picture, the Asset Operation Center. That is all we have. So
Yeah.
So the Oracle, you know, network of code breakers, ostensibly, is what we've been told, right? I talked to Blake Cole about if they have any leads on what the possible passcode could be. He said he would speak to the Oracle and get back to me. We had a follow-up meeting, and he said that he did have an answer, and it would be that we would have to provide him with the chip for 5 days.
Okay, now, okay.
So,
I mean, there is a gamble and a half in it.
It is, but hear me out. We don't have. It's either we're left with nothing, or we give him the chip and we're still left with nothing if he takes it or does whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a picture of everything that, you know, I took a little screenshot on the tablet there of everything that we've got so far. So if we can't get into it.
The issue I have is, and this is like almost like FOMO, but it's like, what happens if tomorrow we catch, I don't know, we subpoena fucking Edgar, and Edgar's got like a text message from the Faces that looks like a fucking password, and then we plonk it in and we're in, we've got everything, you know?
You know what? I think that this is just me spitballing. This is obviously I don't know, but I think it's safe to say, safe to assume that the suppliers would most likely have different passcodes,
Yes.
right? And I've also thought about this. So all of my supplier names and the supplier himself, the manufacturers, all of them have gone dark on their phones, right? I've got nothing from them. But then we find this encrypted chip. I think maybe these orders are going through this chip now.
You think there's like communication on whatever this asset operation center is?
Could be that they're this is how they're putting in their orders. It could be that this chip was manufactured around the date that we have that we see these the communication stop in these phones.
Fucking hell.
So I think it's most likely that these chips, when we do find them, have different passcodes associated with them. This one, when you pop it open, it says something like OC number 45 as the application ID. Obviously, I don't know what that means.
Might be a unique. Well,
Yeah,
operations and then he's got number 45 afterwards. But
yeah. So I think it's at least safe to assume that these passcodes are most likely unique to the chip.
Probable. What do you think? You think give it over or not?
It's a tough call. I don't know.
I'll be honest. I think this needs to be. I think this needs to be me, you, Doc, and Brian, and we need to all make our own choice, and we get a majority vote on it. Because I don't think this needs to be one person's decision.
I agree 100%.
Not in the sense of like. Not in the sense of one person should be in charge, but more that the responsibility if something goes wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
No one should be able to point a finger at somebody else and be like, I told you so.
I agree 100%. But Brian is, he said that this isn't really his. He kind of got dragged into this. He didn't really know what he was getting dragged into.
Right.
So, he might not be the best person to ask.
Okay, I mean,
maybe. I think maybe Opal, the chief, me, and you.
Why the chief?
Because I got a lot of respect for the chief. He's going to be involved in this operation, and he's been caught up to date on pretty much everything so far.
Okay.
He's been caught up to date. I've given him access. Oh, this is another thing we wanted to bring up. Can we give Chief access to the Marshall Inquiry Task Force?
Oh, yeah, it's fine.
He's
looped in.
Yeah, he's looped in. Yeah, they kept asking me about that. I was like, I don't want to overstep. This is something I'd have to give through Dark, I was like, I could give you access to my individual report if you want. Because, he's the chief. I do trust the chief of police. Also, we have nothing on him. If it was, the assistant chief, Peters, it'd be a little different.
Yeah, Peters, I don't want to have an access to this, I'll be honest.
But
Haley Maxwell's another one. I don't trust her as far as I can throw her, I'll be honest.
Oh, I wish you would have told me that before. I believe they have told her.
Fine.
I think they've told her a little more than you'd probably like to know then.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me. You tell one of these. Listen, LSPD is very clicky, so you tell one, they all know.
I mean, yeah. I think the second we open this up to Opal and Doc, they probably go tell people too.
Exactly, so. Yeah. But Opal and Doc, I think, I think need to have a voice in this to some extent.
I agree 100%. I think that they're probably going to be on the same page of giving the chip over. The chief, I'm not so sure. I think he also might have a lot of good insight,
Yeah, I think if you see him, I'll do the same. We'll pick their brains about it because it is we're essentially surrendering evidence to a third party of which the true identity we do not know. Right? What's stopping the Oracle from taking the chip, breaking into it, and then holding on to it themselves and using all the information to go around murdering every member of the Faceless.
Yeah,
Then that's on
right.
us.
And another thing was the chief was with me when we had the discussion. The Blake Cole individual, when he called me, asked me specifically to bring the chief with me when I went and met him the last time I met him.
Okay.
And that was when he brought up we would need to give him the chip, and the chief side-eyed me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. So I think it's a discussion we should have. Me, you, Opal, Doc, and the chief. I think that's a great group of people to have this discussion with.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Trying to see if there's anything else. Oh yeah, I keep seeing Falconer come into the marshal's office and clock in as a marshal, and then grab stuff. It seems. Is that a thing that we're supposed to let happen?
I don't know. I need to go and inquire with the justices about it.
I mean, considering we're not under the DOJ anymore, that seems like something that shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, I can agree with you there. I think that the only issue might be is that sometimes I don't know whether the judges need to sign on to do certain things. I don't know. So I'll inquire, find out why that's happening, and if I don't see it as reasonable, I'll tell him to piss off.
Yeah, I didn't know, so I was just gonna bring it to you.
Yeah, I'll inquire. I'm also gonna be sending your list of stuff to some folk who might be able to help us out with some fixes on our end.
Oh, I sent you a giant list. Remember that? Did you see that giant list?
That's what I'm on about. Yeah.
Oh, I've sent that to quite a few people. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay. All right. All right. So where you at right now? Like, what's your plan? Oh, hold on. Let me circle back. So Brian, you caught up with him on the Wyatt thing. In terms of the murder.
You mean the Seamus thing?
No.
Oh, Brian Knight with the Wyatt thing. Yes.
No, Brian Parker.
I mean Brian Parker. Yep. Sorry, Brian Parker.
Yeah. So where's he at in the? Because I don't see any updates. I don't see any interrogations. I don't see anything at the minute.
Oh, he told me that he had a interrogation with Edgar Di Castillo.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. He said that he started asking him some questions, and Edgar was being a little cagey. He said that they didn't really get far into the interview.
Right.
He asked for Murphy Braun as a lawyer. He said that I don't remember exactly the content of what they said, but I remember it wasn't substantial. It wasn't, something we really care about. And then Brian Parker said something to the effect of, I know more than you're telling me, Edgar. And that's when Edgar shut down and was like, I want to end questioning.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have that interrogation? Do you know where it is?
No, I do not. Parker just told me about it in passing. This was after that 16-hour shift, which, oh my lord, I've got so much to tell about that too. There's a full-blown terror. I had a 15-minute meeting with the chief that turned into 3 hours of full-blown terrorism.
When was this?
2 days ago? 2 days ago.
This wasn't the courthouse terrorism.
No.
What fucking terrorism was this yet?
1 second. Let me look.
You don't even remember which terrorism it was?
No. I mean, I'm telling you, it was such a long day. I do remember exactly what it was, but it's so fucking hard to explain to you what happened. There was like 7 things happening at one time.
Remember the 3rd of July.
Okay, it's 27702. They made an internal analysis and timeline of everything that went down. But my statement for this is in
Little Dogs.
Where the fuck is it?
What the fuck is this? Little Tugs? I ain't seen that guy in years.
Well, apparently he was our first victim. I don't even know. Fucking, it was such a yeah. I'm looking. Oh, it should have been an incident. I think. No, it wasn't an incident. It was a
27700. That's the one, right?
yeah. I'm looking for yeah. That's the internal analysis after the fact. I'm looking for the actual incidents.
This is just a report. You heard about the Stanley Miller cash exchange? That one?
No, there should have been another one about
I see one that looks like an incident. It's just, but it's just a normal report. That's 27700. That's a normal
Yep, that's
report.
it. Yep, that's it. Yep, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Jaina
My
Pierce. What the fuck has she done there?
my my statement's all the way at the bottom. Was in a meeting with Chief White Turner. Received a call from pretty tow worker. I asked the chief if I could listen into his phone call, and I pulled out my news device listener thing, and I heard everything that this individual was saying to him on the phone.
Oh shit. What the fucking 567?
I am number
this?
5. Number 6 and number 7 will be coming. If you touch me, the package will be delivered. I am also a package, is what he said verbatim.
What the fuck?
And there was multiple cameras at the courthouse, the prison, the MRPD, inside the marshal's office, all over the place. Yeah. And then this individual called from Stanley Miller's number we have on file for Stanley Miller, and then said that was his first victim, and then called from multiple other phones.
What the hell?
Yeah, this was what my 15-minute meeting with the chief turned into. Yeah.
And Edgar was shot at Zancudo?
Yeah. I was on scene at the marshal's office with the chief. See what I mean by there was like 15 things going on at once. We debriefed at BCSO at the end of it, and oh my god, just hearing everything that went down, I couldn't even keep straight in my head the order of events.
Why does this say you'll find the body at the military base, a candidate for mayor? Why is it saying that about Edgar?
I believe Edgar may be running for mayor. I believe these people who were targeted are running for mayor, apparently.
What? That's insane. He's got like several murder charges on his record. That
Yeah, I think somebody said that he was running for mayor. I believe that's what was said.
Oh god. Okay.
All these people who were targeted were candidates, including Jose Gerardo was the one who came into the office and said, "I'm number 5, number 6, number 7 will be coming."
Is that a suspect? That oh, is this League of Evil shit?
No, Mr. Gerardo. When there was a camera in the lobby, when we took the camera down, he complied. See, says Key McNulty heroically removed one of the cameras that the individual was using to watch the scene near SASM. Watched the scene in SASM, after which Mr. Gerardo fully complied with officers' demands and gave an account of what happened to him.
Oh damn.
The incident
okay.
seems to be linked with multiple incidents in which members of mayoral cabinets have been targeted by this individual, and in some way is a reference to July 3rd, 2024 courthouse riots.
Oh my god, that was a year ago.
Apparently, that is what we came to believe at the end of last night. Yeah, I did not. I'm telling you, this was 16 hours in, and then right after this happened is when I had 311. I need to speak to a fucking marshal urgently. I was like, listen, I'm not okay. And then I got shade when I woke up the next day for not responding. You love it. You love to see it.
Yeah. Wow. Holy shit. So, who's our suspect at the minute?
Stanley Miller.
Oh, it is him. He wasn't just one of the people, because you said Stanley Miller
No.
was.
So apparently, there's more to the story that I was not privy to on the scene. Like I said, this was like a bunch of different things happening at once. So forgive me if what I'm telling you is incorrect right now. I'm getting a bunch of information from a bunch of other people, and then I'm gonna try and relay it to you.
You
Okay?
are not forgiven.
All right. So on the scene on a cash exchange. There was a cash exchange, I guess. I think it was on Jamestown. It was somewhere. It was a cash exchange. Apparently, Stanley Miller pulled up while they already had a hostage and gave himself up as a second hostage. The police responded. I believe the hostage there made clear that's what happened to Stanley Miller, that he gave himself up willingly. So they searched Mr. Miller on the scene, or they frisked him, searched him, because he is a hostage. And apparently, for some reason, because he was GSR positive, but he had no gun on him, I believe, based on Quangle's statement, that Ruby York made the call to transport the suspect to BCSO for questioning, while
This is
telling
Stanley
him,
Miller.
yes, while telling him he had only been detained.
I mean, that's fine.
So
That's the Suarez. That's the Suarez exemption. If you need to interrogate somebody, as long as they're detained, you can move them to a police station to carry out their questioning.
I believe we read over it, and it did not apply in this situation because the reason for the original detainment was shaky. The reason for the original detainment was that he was GSR positive without a gun, so it would have been a very shaky case of criminal use, is what we had come up with. Because once we search him, we have no reason to keep him anymore at the cash exchange, right? So
yeah, like what was the reason? Yeah, why? If someone's GSR positive, why is it special?
that's why at the end of the day, after discussion between myself, the command, and the chief, we decided to cut our losses and let Stanley Miller go. At which time he submitted to voluntary interrogation.
What a bash!
Yeah. So apparently, his story is that somebody robbed him, took his SIM card. Somebody with a deep voice. I was not privy to the interrogation, the entire thing. I'm telling you, I was omega cooked at this point. Suffice to say, I do not believe that we had enough for anything on Mr. Miller.
Okay.
Although we are very suspicious of him. I wanted to see if he had a remote device monitor on him.
Like for the cameras, yeah.
Yeah, because this individual was using cameras.
You got a camera though, right?
Me? In the office?
McNaughty took one off the wall.
Yeah. We got a camera. Yeah, that's why I wanted to see if this individual had a remote device.
Subpoena it.
Subpoena the phone? Subpoena the...
No. The subpoena the camera with the... And if it's been purchased via bank, like via your bank with the money comes out of your bank, then we can find out who purchased it.
Listen, this sounds like a great case for Flores, I'll tell you what.
This is
like a fantastic case for Flores.
I have never, and Craig has never, assigned cases to anybody. I don't think. If we have, it's been very minimal.
Well, listen, I've got too many things going on at once as well.
This is my point. Is we've never done it, and I don't want to have to start doing it. If there's people that don't want to kind of pick up the slack, then that should be an initiative you take upon yourself, right? If I see you have got too many cases, then I'll pick up some cases. You know what I mean? If I haven't got a lot going on, Flora should.
Oh yeah, I would love that. I would love that. That'd be fantastic. I just don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah. Okay. So that was terrorism last night. Is there anything else, Gunnar?
Full blown. I mean, I'm sure there's a million other things. Lucas Miller got pinged anonymously to a location. There was a van there with a calling card in front of it. He picked it up. It was a black faces calling card. He walked away. The van blew up.
When was this?
I don't know, a few days ago. There's so many things, Doc. What do you mean? There's so many things. I'm missing so much. There's so much I'm missing.
Make sure you write. Is it written down?
You expect me to remember all this? Yeah, there's a report on it somewhere.
No, as in have you put the Have you added it to the faceless timeline?
No, I didn't do any of that. No.
Wait. Oh yeah, I see it. The 3rd of the 7th.
I did. Oh, I added it into my fact-finding report right underneath.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. As long as it's written somewhere we can see it, you know.
Yeah, that he got a black card. Yeah, I put in there.
Where?
So Lucas Miller's going down.
I only see a senior report. Is that the one?
For what? For the Lucas Miller black.
Okay, well that's not black. That's a blue card.
No, he received a. I thought I saw a black one.
It's blue.
Faceless calling card. Oh yeah, it is blue. It is blue.
Yeah, it's blue and then black one. I think. I don't know whether we've seen an updated version of the black. Hold on. I got to circle back. You know this Ryan Kane guy down at the docks?
Yeah. What about him?
I'm slightly suspicious.
I mean, he's the guy we need to get the shipment off of.
Right.
So,
I understand, but let me explain why I'm suspicious. The day that Edgar was kidnapped from his house arrest, the same day that we saw Mr. Blue, Red, and Black in the black Jeep. You remember that?
Yes, I remember seeing the picture, yeah.
Yeah. Also, on that scene, and I'm glad I got this on my personal case board, my fucking conspiracy board, is there was, I think it was the same day, parked in one of the little dirt trails that goes down the farms, like behind Grapeseed Main Street. There was a Jeep of the same make and model and colour, and it came back to a John Anthony Kane. So...
John Anthony.
Specifically, yes, JOHNANTHAN.
JOHN.
ANTHAN. John Anthony.
ANTHAN. Gotcha. Okay.
John Anthony Kane. Now,
John
I don't know
Anthony
whether
Kane.
that's a
Gotcha.
coincidence that we saw that, and now there's a guy walking down at the docks, potentially receiving rifle bodies called Kane as well. I don't know. I don't know. Or maybe
I think
Cap
we need to
just
get rid
likes
of
the
all
name
of them,
Kane,
okay?
man.
There's too many of them out there.
Cap just needs
that
to
are
come up with
associated
get a
somehow
new
with
name
me.
generator. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we need.
I think we need to get rid
remove
of all the
that.
Kanes.
Except for this one, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's right.
When did you get hired?
I don't know, like 5 months ago. You tell me.
Around the time the Operation Dread Torrent started?
Yeah, you tell me. You know, I think if anybody is suspicious, you've had a lot of contact there directly with the Faceless Richard Dark. I think I got enough to subpoena your phone. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm the one who fucking figured them out. Got them out their rat hole, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what you were doing. Got you. Okay. Surely you weren't.
I got my eye on you, man.
You've had a lot of direct contact with the terrorist organization known as the Faceless.
Try me. Who's gonna sign your subpoena, man?
Just saying. Oh, I bet I get that subpoena, son. They'd be like, "Oh, Marshall, I'm Marshall."
Yeah, they'd love that. They'd be queuing up to sign there. I'll be honest.
Yeah, they'd rubber stamp that one.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. Well, listen, mate. I appreciate you holding down the fort. I'm back around, so you're gonna have some help.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Listen, believe it, man.
You're not going back. You're not going back to the Bahamas.
Oh no.
Because I told him you was. Yeah, I told him you was into Haiti or some shit. That's what I told Blake Cole. Because he was asking all about you.
It's a wonderful place. It's a wonderful place, man.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So, what's your plan? What's your?
Oh wait. There's more. So
No.
Nest construction.
What about them?
So after the explosion at the courthouse, there was individuals from Nest Construction who apparently contacted both the mayor and the chief of police.
What?
Apparently not McNulty though. I guess. Contacted them about the reconstruction of the courthouse. So
Fuck
I was
that.
I was very intrigued. I mean, it's already happened. I was very
I think we read
intrigued,
this already.
and based
Oh, yeah, we
on
did.
some information that obviously Blake Cole had given us and some prior investigation that we have, we're very suspicious of Epsilon, Wolf International, and Nest Construction.
Right, yeah.
Right. So, hearing that they reached out, I was very intrigued. Apparently, the cleanup efforts were happening around like 1 p.m. after tsunami. I'm looking for the goddamn courthouse explosion report. Oh, I found it. Nope, that's the wrong one.
Yeah, it happened on the 1st. That's over 4 days ago. I ruined
Um,
the 69. I'm so sorry.
courthouse bombed. I found it. 27305. 8 days ago was the bombing.
Yeah, I've seen this, yeah.
Yeah, so I took the first couple pictures you see there. I was trying our very best to protect this beautiful building and make sure that it did not turn into a pile of rubble. Okay.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, the most amount of fire and devastation I've ever seen in my life, and it turned the courthouse into an absolute pile of rubble. So, with the rubble covering up the courthouse, Nest Construction apparently reached out, and that's when we had these cleanup efforts. They brought a lot of vehicles here, which I'm not gonna lie to you, I may have peeked in some of them to see if there was anything very suspicious.
What kind of
Um,
vehicles?
like construction vehicles, just like bulldozers, just like
Oh,
stuff
okay.
you'd use to, just normal stuff you'd use to fix the construction. Opal checked in the drills to see if they were smuggling any sorts of guns. There was some sort of connection here with the besties and Epsilon. The besties came over and they started helping. Epsilon also started helping. I did keep a close eye on them. I did not see anything. It just looked like they were helping, and that's all I could
Okay.
tell. So the cleanup
Well,
efforts were successful.
my worst case scenario brain is thinking the Nest
There was some
Construction,
sort of
they've
there
hidden
was some
something
sort
in
of
the
handoff.
courthouse. No, I was thinking something else.
Well, I mean, if they've hidden something in the courthouse, why would they come help clean up the bomb that just blew? There was already a bomb.
Yeah,
We're
okay.
gonna do
Like,
round
what
two
about
of
if
Electric
they?
Boogaloo.
No. What about if they snuck stuff in, like cameras and shit, into the offices? They bugged the offices and stuff like that.
I mean, I did go in there with while the rebel was there and afterward, and I gave a pretty good thorough sweep of the place.
Okay.
And I found some things that looked suspicious, but then they weren't. So
All right. The Nest is turning up.
yes.
Interesting.
So then an individual from Nest came by, gave me a copy of a note after I talked with the foreman and asked him if he had any, credentials. He did show me a Nest construction card, and it was basically the same thing that's on the letterhead that they gave us.
Right.
But yeah, he came down to the office and he gave me that letter. Um, and made clear that they're here for the well-being of the county and that they're just here to help, and that was about it. He did mention one thing that was a little peculiar, which was that there was one line in this note that was slightly different than the one he had given to both the mayor and the chief, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. What was it?
I don't know, because I did get in contact with the chief about this, but he said that the assistant chief has the note, and that he didn't have it,
Right.
and that I was
But
like,
how
well,
did you
if
know
you
there
could
was a
get a,
difference in?
because the individual told me when he gave it to me, he was like, there's going to be one line that's slightly different in this one than the one I've given to the others.
Is there something? So you see this note that you got? Why does it look like
Yeah,
something's been redacted at the bottom left?
I think that's just the like the wraparound from that
They need
nest
to
at the
get a
top.
graphic designer over at Nest because damn, this shit looks like it's been done by a
They're a
12-year-old
construction
middle schooler,
company,
man.
Dark.
Yeah, but yeah, I get that, but you got to have a bit of flair if you want to make some money.
Listen, I'm not here to insult their, creativity. Okay, Dark.
Right, right. Yeah, my bad.
I'll do that on
Okay.
my own time, just like this rocket launcher.
Put that away.